Sovereignty is the ultimate power, the highest form of power any country can achieve. It means supreme authority, self-governance, freedom from external control. Now, imagine if someone were to take away this supreme authority. Imagine if someone were to dictate how you live, where you live, how you work, how you earn a living. It would be heartbreaking. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today's episode is going to be a little different. We're talking about one of the smallest countries on Earth, Tuvalu. Its population is so tiny that according to some reports, there are more dogs than people in the country. It's a beautiful island nation, though, surrounded by clear blue waters. Yet, despite all this beauty, the people of Tuvalu are leaving their homeland. They're abandoning their houses because they don't have a choice. In the coming decades, their country will vanish from the face of the earth. This isn't an exaggeration. It's a scientific fact. The government of Tuvalu realizes this. They know that someday soon their country will cease to exist, so they're taking drastic measures. They're 3D scanning their entire country. Every home, every building, every tree, every rock, everything is being digitally scanned. You might ask why. Well, their idea is simple. If their country vanishes beneath the seas, they will simply upload it to the cloud. What they're doing is creating a digital copy of their country. They'll use this to hold elections, register births and marriages, basically run their entire country online. And this won't be a temporary solution. It's permanent. Tuvalu is becoming one of the first virtual states in the world. Why are they doing this? Let's find out. First, a quick geography lesson. Tuvalu is located in the South Pacific Ocean, near Australia. There are many small island nations in this part of the world. Some are independent like Tonga, Kiribati, Marshall Islands. Others are dependent territories like the Cook Islands, French Polynesia, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands. And then we have the big ones, Fiji, Samoa, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea. Tuvalu is one of the tiniest countries in the world. Its land area is just 26 square kilometers, making it the fourth smallest country on Earth. For comparison, Mumbai is roughly 600 times bigger. Tuvalu consists of 9 islands, 6 of which are atolls. If you don't know what an atoll is, let me explain. An atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef that encloses a lagoon. It's formed when a volcano erupts and sinks underwater. Over millions of years, corals grow on the rim, pushing up out of the water. More sediment is deposited on top until the entire thing is exposed. Eventually, rain and wind erode it, creating shallow lagoons. Atolls are low-lying islands with white sandy beaches. They're the dream destination for tourists, rich celebrities, and honeymooners. Tuvalu is an archipelago of these dreamlike islands, so you can imagine how beautiful it is. Tuvalu consists of 9 islands. 6 are atolls, 3 are reef islands. Now, while Tuvalu is a scenic paradise, its size poses significant challenges. And those challenges come in the form of natural disasters, especially climate-induced ones. The biggest threat is rising sea levels. As the polar ice caps melt, water fills the ocean, raising its level. The problem is Tuvalu is extremely low-lying. Its average elevation is just 2 meters above sea level. The highest point is 4.6 meters, so any further rise in sea levels and the country will be flooded. And that's not a far-fetched prediction. Tuvalu is currently experiencing faster sea level rise than anywhere else on Earth. From 1993 to 2023, sea levels near Tuvalu rose 15 centimeters. That's 1.5 times the global average. By 2050, the rise will be another 20-30 centimeters, and by 2100, it will be more than 1 meter. That's a lot of water. Today, Tuvalu floods 5 days a year. By 2050, it will be 25 days, and by 2100, 100 days, nearly 1/3 of the year. Tuvalu is essentially drowning. And that's not the only threat. Storms and cyclones also cause massive damage to the islands. Cyclone Pam in 2015 destroyed 90% of buildings on 2 islands, displacing thousands. The government has undertaken some relief projects, raising land artificially, building protective barriers, planting salt-resistant crops. But these are expensive and temporary solutions. The real estate is inevitable. So what are the people of Tuvalu doing? They have two options. Option one is to relocate. Tuvalu has signed something called the Falapili Union Treaty with Australia. Each year, 280 citizens can migrate to Australia permanently under this treaty. There's also a lottery system to ensure fairness. As of last year, 82% of Tuvalu's population has applied. So chances of winning are slim. Tuvaluans can also migrate to New Zealand. Many students go there for higher education. Many others migrate for work reasons. About 4% of the population migrates every year. At this rate, half of Tuvalu could leave within 17 years. But this option comes with its own challenges. When you abandon your home, you also abandon your identity, your culture, your past. Your connection to the land is severed. So the people of Tuvalu have a plan B. Plan B is to create a virtual version of their country. Tuvalu has amended its constitution. It's one of the first countries to do so. It now considers itself a virtual state, a sovereign nation both online and offline. All that remains is to transfer the population from the physical world to the digital one. And they're doing that by 3D scanning the entire country. Every building, every home, every tree, every cave, everything is being scanned. This way, even if the physical structure gets destroyed, the digital twin will remain. Once uploaded, this 3D model can be used for elections, registering births and deaths, getting married, running courts, basically running the entire country. Citizens will be able to access government services online. They'll be able to vote, renew licenses, even pay taxes in the metaverse. Now, this may sound like science fiction, but it's happening right now. Tuvalu is creating a digital replica of itself. The project was initiated in 2021 by Unbound, a British digital infrastructure firm. They plan to complete the project by next year, by 2024. Once done, Tuvaluans will be able to interact with their country in a variety of ways. They'll be able to attend meetings in virtual reality, visit historical sites, even attend funerals. The government is also planning to monetize this. They're creating digital passports. Tuvaluans will be able to sell these passports to foreigners. Anyone buying the passport will be allowed to participate in government activities, both virtually and physically, if they visit Tuvalu. And that is not the end of it. The people of Tuvalu have a plan C. It's called the Climate Visa. Tuvalu has signed this deal with Australia. It allows 280 Tuvaluans to move to Australia every year. These people will be able to apply for permanent residency. Tuvaluans will also be eligible for scholarships and financial aid for studying in Australian universities. Tuvalu is a small island nation, a speck of land in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Yet it faces existential threats. In this case, climate-induced ones. The tragedy of Tuvalu is twofold. 1. The country is sinking. 2. Tuvalu did not contribute to global warming. You see, since the Industrial Revolution, humans have burned through vast reserves of fossil fuels. Coal, oil, gas, 80% of the pollution is caused by just 20 countries. Tuvalu, on the other hand, is carbon neutral. Its total greenhouse emissions are just 0.004%. The people of Tuvalu did not cause global warming, yet they're paying the price for it. Tuvalu is sinking. Its people will be left with no homes, no land, and no country. They have no choice but to leave. The question is, what should we learn from this? Well, Tuvalu is not alone. Soon, millions will be affected by rising sea levels. By 2050, 800 million people could face coastal flooding. Some will be able to relocate, but most will not. Cities like Mumbai, Kolkata, and Dhaka will be at extreme risk. In India alone, 60 million people will be displaced. If we don't act, this will be our collective failure. As for Tuvalu, it's a cautionary tale, a glimpse into our future. It tells us how climate change can destroy entire nations. It also tells us how crucial it is to protect our planet, to preserve the home we all share. Tuvalu is disappearing, but its spirit survives. It survives in the cloud, in culture, and in the hearts of its people. This is our channel. If you like this episode, please subscribe and share.